See, I thought really good overall performance, offensively and defensively. Probably one of our better performances of the year on both sides of the court. The intensity and energy the guys started the game with, I thought was really vital. It was a build-up. I mean, we'd been practicing for so long, and guys were really excited to not only start conference play, playing a rival like UConn, I think got them excited, but also, we did a lot of stuff on the court and off the court this past week to continue to build not only the chemistry of our team, but how to handle different scenarios. And was really proud of our older guys. Trey Scott, Jaron Cumberland were, didn't get rattled. No matter what happened in the game, I thought they kept us under control and kept us in the right spots. Fed Chris Vogt the ball where he's really good. And, I really commend those guys for what they did. And then the last piece is I thought everybody did their job. Keith didn't have a great night, but Jay wasn't great coming off the bench like he typically is, but they all did their job. Harvey came in and did his job in the first half. McNeil did his job. Everybody that came off the bench did their job in a way that allowed, when you do that, it allows you to play to your capabilities. And I felt like our guys did that, and I felt like we really took care of the ball down the stretch, which was another added bonus that we've been working on, and is a testament to our guys.
You had a pretty complete game against Tennessee, a really good half against Iowa, complete game here. Mm-hmm. Does it feel like things are really trending in the right direction at this point?
Yeah, I think, obviously it's the game of basketball is a singular moment. It's not momentary. It doesn't continue to last necessarily, but I do feel like guys are really understanding more of what we need to do. I think they're understanding more of how to play with each other. I think what you saw is really probably the biggest sign of our system, the full court pressing, the half court defense going late in the shot clock, the pushing of the pace. It was kind of all put together a little bit more tonight, and I think guys are getting more excited about it and having a better understanding. And listen, that's a natural progression, right? You hope that it continues, and it will continue if those veterans that I mentioned continue the leadership that they had this course of this past week and in tonight's game.
Earlier this week, you talked about your team needing to fight through adversity, learning how to fight through adversity. People will look at how big you guys were up. Yeah. There wasn't maybe much adversity. Yeah. What examples did you see of them fighting through adversity?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot, but I tell you what, about the 7-minute mark, about 7:10, I think there's a timeout, and they had started making some shots and cut it to a manageable deficit for them to come back on. And I challenged our guys to come out of the timeout to really put their focus defensively to the next media timeout, which would have been the 4-minute under 4. They did it all the way to the end of the clock. So I really thought that was a step forward. We're going to have a lot of adversity going on the road, obviously, but I thought that was one of the steps we took tonight.
In that stretch was a play where they were pressuring and Micah found Chris for an easy bucket, kind of kept his head up. I know we asked about him, but how impressive as a freshman is it to handle a team that is known for their defense and their pressure?
Well, yeah, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 29 minutes. Or 20. I think my glasses. 27 minutes. He played outstanding. He's tough-minded. He'll be mad he missed one of those free throws at the end. He's got a swagger about him and a toughness about him that comes not only through the performance and through his effort, but it's also something he's kind of got a little bit.
Is that a sign of a good point guard where he takes 3 shots, scores 4 points, and still kind of controls?
Yeah, no question. I thought him and Chris McNeil were outstanding in the fact that they were 2 of 9, but we don't need a lot of scoring from them. We need them to control the game. And I was concerned coming into the game about their full court pressure on those guys, and I thought they handled it really well.
Connecticut's one of the best shot blocking teams in the country. Since you guys had your advantage, took advantage of the rim. How are you guys able to do that?
Well, I think we got some pretty good finishers at the rim. Trey Scott's really athletic. Chris Vogt's really good at finishing. I thought, our coaches, Coach G and Coach Dwyer work with the big guys. I thought they were outstanding this week in their preparation of how to, maneuver around the rim and find angles and use their shot fakes. The other piece is we open the floor. And when you open the floor, it minimizes how many bodies are at the rim. Okay, so you can go finish over 1 shot blocker versus 2 shot blockers, makes it a little bit easier.
They did have 13 blocks. Are you happy with the way?
Did they really?
Yeah.
No, I guess we didn't do a good job then, did we?
But guys didn't. A lot of times when you see that many blocks, teams will get timid, and it
Yeah.
seemed like your guys continued to attack.
You set me up. I agreed with you. Yeah. Some of those shot blocks, I thought we got raked a little bit, but that's fine. One of the things as a coach, I never talk about block shots because I don't want you to be timid. I want you to go attack the rim. So they had 13 block shots, but Trey Scott and Chris Vogt, our starting 4 and 5 men, were 13 of 15 from the field. So
26 of 43 from the floor without the block shot.
Yeah.
They didn't let it get there.
Yeah. So I'll take 13 of 15, whatever you just said, and they can have the 13 blocks.
For Chris, his ability feel and get buckets close, especially early in the game. Obviously, these teams haven't played against him. Did you take guys by surprise? Is he maybe stronger, bigger than?
Yeah, you'd have to ask them that. The comments that I made to Chris before the game was, okay, I felt like he'd settled a little bit. I felt like he'd gotten a little comfortable in the course of the last 2 weeks, particularly in the Iowa game. And I challenged him. The great thing about Chris and our relationship is I've known him for a long time, and it just takes one conversation. And he stepped up to the challenge tonight.
Now it feels like a little bit this team's kind of learning how to get into it with these last few games. Is that a big key to a team really doing well and having a great conference run? Just feeling that dangerous edge in the conference?
Yeah, we use the word powerful. We talk about you never know how powerful you are until you got all the guys going in the right direction. Leave agendas out, leave different things out. Let's get we call it 16 strong is what we call it. If 16 strong come and do their job each and every day, that's what we're capable of doing. Now, again, game planning, off nights by certain guys, we got to be able to fight through those times. I like the direction we're going, but we got to come in tomorrow and practice and be excited about practicing to get ready for Saturday.
Defense has been the identity of this program for a while. Obviously, it looks different under what you're doing, but do you feel like that is what's going to be the identity of the team?
Yeah, it is our identity. I think there's a misconception that, I didn't coach defense over the last several years. I mean, we're pretty darn good statistically defensively. So I think there's residue all over the place in terms of, the defensive toughness with everybody in our program as well as our offensive execution.
With so few kind of returning guys and guys that experience in your system, are you surprised at how well they kind of turned into this full court?
I think they're understanding it. I think they're gaining more of a confidence level. We did make some adjustments. Our full court defense, we made some adjustments to our personnel that I thought also helped. But it's a credit to our guys. Again, it's a credit to those veterans. Those veterans have really been good over the course of the last several weeks.
Back to Chris, I know you have a long relationship with him, but has he maybe, I don't know, exceeded your expectations here on this level? And how big of a key to your team's success has he been this year winning?
Well, the numbers obviously see it. The guys respect him. The guys are excited about what he brings. I think there was a concern that we wouldn't have anything in the middle. When we took over the job, and we got a pretty good player down there, and the guys recognizing they get in the ball. Now he's got to get better. He's got to take some steps. He ran the floor. 23 runs like a deer. He is an outstanding runner, right? And Chris ran with him pretty much the entire game. Now we need Jay to also follow that up, and that's a pretty good 1-2 punch. Thanks, guys. Happy New Year.